What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy ATruckerNamedJay. Checking in. Hold on, let me get a swig of water before I get to the shits. Wanted to take the time to make this video. Yeah, I'm back at the house. Long story. No, I didn't get fired. No, I'm not leaving the company. No, nothing is wrong. I just leave a little later than I thought I was. That's it. Sometimes shit just happens. That's it. So, but I thought long and hard on this video, right? I thought long and hard on how I wanted to proceed with addressing this and kind of putting the nail in the coffin. I kind of felt like I put the nail in the coffin on this shit with this whole Coco, we'll call it the Coco saga or the Coco drama. But then I went and watched TB's live feed from not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, where he was trying to make it seem like I was trying to blame him for the backlash I received and yada yada. And you know, after watching that live feed, I was furious. And I told TB that we spoke, and I told him, I was like, bro, I was pissed. Like, I was about to, you know what I mean? Like, just go off because never mind. That's not important. I don't even want to get into that. That's not important. Here's the deal. Here's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Al Smith formula. That's what we're going to call it. The Al Smith formula. And let me start off by this, and this is gonna make a crazy. This is gonna take a crazy left turn. I'm gonna show y'all how much I've been thinking on this shit, right? There is a formula for smaller YouTube channels that, just like with the females that show, you know, their figure for more views. And that is their, let's call it business model, because YouTube is a business once you start getting paid for it. The business model, the Al Smith business model formula, whatever you want to call it, that these smaller YouTubers are doing is simple. Let me find the biggest YouTuber I can find, or a bigger YouTube channel than mine. I'm going to put their name in the title, and I'm just going to start talking crazy about them. And that's what it is. And, you know, for a long time, I hated Al Smith, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I hated that nigga guts. Some of my family still be wanting to, you know what I mean? But that's nor here nor there. But as a man and as being comfortable as where I'm at in life now, I gotta get a nigga respect, man. And I gotta respect it for what it is. He started a trend. No different than you could say, you know, the originals like the Big Cats and the Sinisters and even the TVs started certain trends. Al Smith started a trend. Every single YouTuber that comes out and puts names in the titles and just randomly just starts going at another YouTuber, to me, they're Al Smith babies. They're Al Smith kids. So your Guilties, your Frenchie and Reds, Trucker Red gets thrown in there. Josh, Life with Josh, because I think he went at Chase and Andrew. And it's not a shot. It's not a disrespectful thing, because it works. Like, I've watched Trucker Red go from I didn't even know who he was to now, you know, he's almost at 1,000 subscribers, just like that. That's not an easy thing to do. Josh's trucking and banking live feeds be 10 hours and he keeps 50 people in there. It works. It works. And as a business model, if I'm looking at this strictly business, leaving all personal feelings out of it, like TB told me to do, like, yo, don't get personally attached, because that's my problem. I always get emotionally attached. Because see, if I was in my bag, I would come up here and tell y'all how I feel like it's fucked up that there was 3 people that took part in that conversation, and I'm getting all the backlash for it. I would really go into the details on how I feel like it's super fucked up that I found out that Lo and Coco had already traded shots, and I didn't know about that. And had I would have known that they had traded shots and videos before that conversation took place on that live feed, I wouldn't have took place in that conversation. I would have been like, yo, I ain't in it. But I didn't know, so I said what I would have always said anyways, which is that, hey, these women are, I'm not knocking it, but they're getting more views because of their body. And now I still got niggas in that nigga, what's that nigga, Mr. Shot City? He's still in my inbox. This nigga sent me a goddamn video last night or this morning at 4 a.m. looking at a fireplace talking about me and my wife. I'm like, bro, are you serious? This shit happened Monday. You know what I'm saying? So if I was in my bag, I'd come up here and go on that, but I ain't even tripping off that, man, because you got to look at it for what it is. You got to look at it for what it is, man. Y'all love it. Y'all love this shit. And yeah, I know you can come in the comment section, you gonna say you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't say this, you shouldn't, but y'all love this shit, man. It's content. And as long as it's watchable, as long as ain't nobody up here dying or getting arrested, nothing is off limits. Everybody want to see everything. So it's like, why should I keep getting in my feelings and keep getting upset over what's really, all this is artificial. Like it's the Al Smith formula, man. It makes so much sense now that I look at it like that. Some of these cats come up here and say shit they don't even believe, but they know the shock value of it and what it's gonna do. And the thing about the internet, man, is once you get a following behind you, a solid group of people that's just gonna back what you say no matter what, that's it, man. Once that go to your head and go to your ego, it's out of here, bro. You think you the man or the woman, and can't nobody tell you nothing wrong. That's why, Shorty's so mad at me, because she got that big ass following that, it ain't nothing wrong with it. But, the minute somebody say, it's almost like the Beehive or the Barbs when it comes to hip hop. Even if somebody is saying something that they know is right, if they don't like it, they're going to attack them. And that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm getting attacked by the Barbs. Like I just said something about Nicki Minaj, and now the Barbs is in my inbox and in my comment. Niggas is still commenting on that video, having full-fledged conversations. I'm like, fam, this shit is so old and over with, but yet here we are still. Here we are. And then watching the live feed last night with Way Too Fly, going back and forth with Trucker Red. I don't know what is this trend of men going back and forth with women, but then they're going to say, well, Jay, you going back and forth with women. No, I'm going back and forth with the reaction that I got from saying what I said. This is not addressed to Coco. She just so happened to be the subject matter. But it's interesting, man. It definitely is interesting. So that's all I got, man. The Al Smith formula is alive and well. I think that some people may have done it better than him, like Guilty. Guilty has gone over the top with it, with his theatrics, with his research and shit like that. But he got that shit from Al Smith. All y'all are Al Smith kids, man, whether you want to admit it or not. If I'm TD kid, y'all Al Smith kid. That's just how I look at it. Y'all gonna say whatever y'all gotta say to get y'all content. Because if y'all had to make regular videos, in my opinion, for the most part, not all, because some of them can hold their own with actual content, but 90% of it, if you didn't talk about anybody, if you only had to talk about yourself on your channel would be stagnant. That's the only reason why my channel grows as slow as it does, because I only talk about me. I may drift every now and then, but I only talk about me. So I know the 7,000 subscribers that I have are only interested in Jay. They don't care about all of this, you know what I mean? They're not looking for Jay to talk about this person or that person or this person or that person. They want to know what's going on with Jay as it pertains to trucking, as it pertains to his health, as it pertains to VL trucking, whatever. And I'm cool with that. I fuck with that. Versus, 30,000 people who waiting for me to say something about somebody else. You know what I mean? So I think a lot of y'all niggas need to get y'all YouTube checks and start sending the 15% to Al Smith. Send it to his cash out, man. He done made a lot of y'all niggas, man. Straight up. You gotta give him his respect. You gotta call it what it is. Just because I don't like it don't mean I can't call it what it is. See, I'm able to do that. See, I'm able to have an objective conversation. That's what grown-ups do. Even when you don't agree, you can still converse and you can still speak on it. That's what adults do, if you didn't know. But, it is what it is, man. That's what I got, man. That's what I got, man. So you call me what you want. Call me messy boots. You can call me fat. Like, look, bro, I'm about to be 30. You don't think I ever been called fat before? You don't think my wife ever been called overweight before? Like, it's just so interesting to watch the mindset or the thought process of people who are supposed to be older and mature than me. And it's just like, bro, you know what I'm saying? This is what we doing, name calling? I tell you, man, some of y'all got some fragile egos, man. Men and women. Egos are very fragile, and it shows, man. It shows a lot. And the sad part is, you can talk about me all you want, but some of y'all couldn't last a day taking the type of backlash and criticism that I get on a daily basis. You wouldn't be able to handle it. You wouldn't. I know that for a fact. By the way, y'all handle the little bit of criticism that you get. You wouldn't be able to handle it. Some of y'all shouldn't be on the internet, man. That's a fact. Sometimes I question if I should be up here, but I make do when I do what I got to do. But some of y'all shouldn't be on the internet. It's all fun. What's one of my favorite sayings is, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. And a lot of y'all are used to being the hunted, or the hunter. Y'all ain't used to being the hunted. So, hey, man, all I can tell you is be careful of the energy that you put out in the world. It always comes back around. Whether it's today, tomorrow, next year, whatever. She coming. And she coming with a full head of steam. I'm ready for my karma. Are you ready for yours? That's all I got, man. You know the vibes. As always, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive, man. God, family, trucking, man. And as always, keep pushing your goals as close as what you think they is. I'm outie.